Hi, I'm Ningami Kajimati, Department of MBA, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. So today I'll be talking about the subject called consumer behavior. In the previous videos, we learned about Unit 1 of Marketing Specialization, that is CB, Consumer Behavior. Today I'll be talking about Unit 2, Models of Consumer Behavior. So which is also again an important question in terms of BTU. Yes, so models of consumer behavior. So before getting into the models of consumer behavior, so let us understand what is the meaning of consumer behavior. So consumer behavior is the study of individuals, groups or organization and all the activities associated with the purchase, use and disposal of goods and services. So the consumer behavior basically depends upon a individual person study and also he'll be motivated from other person. It might be a group, it might be an organization. All together you will try to analyze what is the study is all about and what are the activities associated with when he is going to make a decision, so when he plan to buy a product. So it all depends upon his study, basically the consumer study, and how the consumer's emotion, attitude, preferences affect buying behavior, how all these interlinking topics will make the consumer to buy the product. So that explains the consumer behavior in a very simpler manner. Consumer behavior is a study of how individual customers, group or organization select, buy, use and dispose ideas, and they will also satisfy their needs and wants. How do they purchase it? How will they satisfy their needs? Who is indirectly interacting them to purchase the product? So all this study explains about the consumer behavior. It refers to the action of the consumers in the marketplace and the underlying motives for those actions. Altogether, it helps the consumer to understand what is the motive behind it, why he is gonna buy the product. So, is he really required that particular product? What is making him to purchase the product? If there is a need, he is purchasing the product with the collection of information, gathering the data, and he is trying to put into the action. So that says about the consumer behavior. So now we'll try to understand the simple model of consumer decision making. So what is the simple model of consumer decision making? It is nothing but how the consumer will try to make a decision when he wanna buy a particular product. For example, if our Mr. X wanna buy some laptop for his online classes, so what is that? How will he make the decision? So we'll try to understand that example with this particular model. First, we'll see what is there in the module. You can see there are three tabular columns here. One is input, second one is process, and third one is output. So input is nothing. It is also called as external influence. How is it is making the person to take a decision, like firm's marketing efforts, like in if you're going to purchase a particular product of Mr. X, that laptop. So what is the product is all about? Here the product refers to the laptop promotion. Which type of laptop you want to buy it? You want to go for the touch screen. So how are they advertising it? How are they making an effort to reach the consumer? So that again explains about the promotion. And price explains about the what is the cost of that particular product. Is it worth enough? Is it costly? Is it expensive? That explains about the price. So he will analyze and gather the information of different brands laptop, and he will try to take a decision as the process continues. And the next one is channel of distribution. So he gathered the information about the product, promotion, price. Now he will think which mode should go and buy the product. Either he should go directly or online or from mediators or from the retailers. So he'll try to make a decision. So all this gathering information is indirectly influencing a person to make a decision. That is the one part of the input. The other part explains about the socio-cultural environment. So these are the societal people who are influencing a consumer to make a decision. Like family. Family, there are so many people in a family. If it is a joint family, brother, sister, cousins, mother, father, and friends, etc., etc. So those people will indirectly influence the person. So if a Mr. X says that he want to buy a product like laptop, they will start explaining their own experience. Go for this particular brand. So even though little costlier, but the quality is good. So if you have a budget of somewhere around 40,000, then it is the best product to purchase it. So many people will try to share their own beliefs and they'll come up with a better decision. So that is family. Other non-commercial sources, it might be your friends, it might be colleagues. Those people indirectly influencing the consumer to buy the product. That next one is social class. Social class tells about the different type of people in the society. It might be the your colleagues as well as some different community people who indirectly helping him to make a decision. Subculture and culture. Subculture and culture talk about the different type of cultural regions have their own beliefs. They will try to make a decision. So these are the input where making the consumer to make a decision about the purchasing a product. And the next one is actual consumer decision making happens in the process. That is need recognition, pre-purchase search, evaluation of alternatives. So this is the actual process happens. So we'll understand as the class goes on. And the next one is output, post-decision behavior, how the post-decision behavior impacts. For example, he has already bought the product. So what is his behavior is all about? Whether the product is really satisfying for him, or he or she want to replace the product, or the product was excellent, so he want to give a feedback. That happens in post-decision behavior. Henceforth, it is called as output. After purchasing it, it is creating a post-purchase behavior. How is it impact? How is his beliefs is all about that particular product? Can be understand in post-purchase evaluation. So let us understand what is the input talk about. I just said in the general way, the input component of our consumer decision making model draws an external influence that serves as a source of information. So these are the source of information like price, product, place, promotion, channel distribution. And when it is coming to the societal benefits like social class, family members, colleagues, culture, subculture, these are the data where you will try to gather the information and you will utilize in making a decision as a consumer. Chief among these input factors are the marketing mix activities of the organization as well as non-marketing influence like internalized affect the consumer's purchase decision. So next one, marketing inputs. So what does the marketing inputs talk about? The price, place, promotion. That four P's explains about the marketing inputs here. So the mass media advertising, direct marketing, that comes again. Promotion, product talk about different types of products, which particular product he want to go based on his needs and preferences, and other promotional efforts like pricing policy, selection of distribution channel, and so what are the things indirectly making the consumer which is the best way to go and purchase a product with a lesser price and with a good quality. That is what the consumer mindset talk about. And the next one is socio-cultural inputs. So socio-cultural input consists of a wide range of non-commercial influence like the comments of a friend, editors in the newspaper, usage by your family members, article in consumer reports, all together form a social culture. Just now before this slide, I talked about social cultural. It is like the extra or the other part of a family are commercial people who are indirectly supporting the consumer to make a decision to buy a product. They are gathering the information by their own experience, by their own information about the product, a message about the product. It might be in the article in the consumer reports or the views of experienced consumer participating in a special interest. So this talk about the social culture, the influence of social class, culture, subculture, although it is less tangible because those cannot be touched or felt, right? So are important input factors that are internalized and affect how consumer evaluate and ultimately adopt products. Those are not tangible, but those are not tangible, but they need to come to a decision which is influencing them in making a decision. And the next one is process. Process consists of three steps: need recognition, pre-purchase, evaluation alternatives. So the process of components of the model is concerned with the low how consumer make a decision. So whether he should understand why he is purchasing this particular product, that creates need recognition. The decision making process very much important is analyzing the need, why he want this particular product. So when we are going back to the same example, Mr. X want to purchase a laptop. Why is he purchasing? He needs some on. He is going on with the online classes. He is doing his PG, so he need to prepare reports. He need to submit the documents, and he has a need. Let's assume that he is working also. That is the need recognition. Next comes pre-purchase search. So when he has got a need recognition, indirectly he tried to gather information which product is suitable, which brand has a brand personality, brand information is more acceptable. So all this data can be analyzed in pre-purchase search. And the next one is evaluation of alternatives. As he has gathered more and more information, among the information he will choose the best one. That is evaluation alternatives. So that happens in the last one, last stage of the process. So output consumers make three types of purchase: trial purchase, repeat purchase, and long-term purchase. So after completion of the process, the consumer will come up with the output that is called as post-purchase behavior of a consumer. When it is a post-purchase behavior of a consumer, what it talks? It talks about whether the consumer will make a further purchases in the future or not. That explains the three type of purchases, that is trial purchase, repeat purchase, and long-term purchase. So trial purchase talks about whether the product is satisfied or not. He'll try to take it in a trial manner. After he is convinced with the product, the taste, preferences, quality, price, all those concepts are considered, he is satisfied, then he'll start purchasing repeatedly. So basically, this happens with the grocery products, shampoos, this daily needs. Those products happens with the repeat purchase, and long-term purchase of the products when he is satisfied with the particular brand. So he will purchase for the longer time duration. So that talk about the long-term purchase. So once he has purchased the product, he try to give the feedback in his own way. Either he'll put a message in the social media, or he will try to share the details to the company itself. Yes, so repeat purchase behavior is closely related to the concept of brand loyalty. When he is satisfied with the product, then only he go and purchase the product repeatedly. So this is what the models of the simple model of consumer buying decision making. And we already talked about the output that is directly relevant and indirectly relevant by giving a feedback or something. So whether he is like satisfied with the product, then he will try to mention the feedback in the media, like giving a lesser rating if he is not satisfied, higher rating when he is satisfied. Let's talk about the output. This is all about the simple model. Now, since the models of consumer behavior explains only the models, the next model we are trying to understand is Nicosia model. This is one of the important question repeatedly asked in many of the consumer behavior subject, that is for 7 marks. Sometimes they'll ask for 10 marks when it is a combination of two models. So you can see in the picture subfield firm's attitude, message, exposure, consumer. So that talks about the attitude, and search and evaluation. He will try to gather more and more information, that is field 2, search and evaluation of me. And third one is act of purchase. So act of purchase, again it says directly, or he is making an action to purchase a particular product, that is act of purchase, that is purchasing behavior. And the fourth one is feedback. So this is the simple model which can be understandable. So let us understand what exactly that says of what. The first field ranges from the marketer's source of message to the consumer. The second from the search for the evaluation of meaner in relation to which forms the reaction field. So if you go back to the previous slide, the first field talks about the marketer to the consumer. So marketer to the consumer, how it is reaching, what are the sources, that talks about the first field. Second field talk about the search and evaluation of mean ends relations, how the pre-action field, what the data can be gathered, that is pre-purchase we call it. No, that's pretty similar, pre-auction field. And then third field is act of purchase. The fourth are to feedback, the output from one field act as the input for the next one. So whatever you are getting output, that will be acted as a field for the next one. So the first one is marketer communication affecting consumers' attitude. So this comprises field that is from the source of message to the consumer's attitude. The consumer is exposed to the firm's attribute through the marketing communication. How the consumer is gathering the information, either through TV, newspaper, website. They try to promote the product about any particular product. They'll try to promote it in a better way, that such that the consumer can reach the product easily. So the information should relate to the firm attribute as well as product price and distribution. So keeping the marketing concept, they try to communicate the product in a better way such that the consumer get attracted. So thus the marketer communication affects the consumer's attitude, because whatever the message has been shared through promotion or advertising will impact on the perception and attitude of an consumer. That explains about his characters, values, experience, so making them to decide. Second one is consumer search and evaluation. So after an attitude is formed, the consumer moves to the field of the model. That is, he'll try to gather as many as information for purchasing that product. So the consumer searches more and more information about the product category and the varying alternatives, and thereafter evaluates the various bands on criteria like attitude, benefit, features, etc. So try to gather as much as information once he is planning to purchase the product, pretty similar to the simple model. Purchase action. The motivate state leads to field 3 of the model, that is the decision making on the part of the consumer act of purchasing. Actually, the purchase act happens in the third stage. The consumer finally get into action and buys the product from a chosen retailer. Whichever the information he has gathered, he will choose the best one and he'll try to purchase the product in a particular shop or a retailer. And the fourth one is consumption experience feedback. So after purchasing the product, what is the feedback of the consumer? Whether he is satisfied, a positive experience always talk about the satisfaction, and negative experience always talk about the consumer dissatisfaction. So when the consumer try to give the feedback, it should be openly accepted by the product negotiator or product owner, because that always there will be a learning when you make a decision, when you make a proper effort to give the feedback, they will also try to make changes as per the consumer's needs. And the next one is Howard Sheet model. So Howard Sheet model theory of buyer behavior, it consists of behavioral determinants and inhibitors. So even this also consists of 5 steps: inputs, perceptual reaction, processing and determinants, output or actual purchase or no purchase or delay. So these are the 4 steps happens in Howard Sheet model. The input is basically depends on the based on depends upon the behavioral determinants like personality, culture, social class, and importance of purchase decision. Again, this is very similar to the input what we have learned in the simple model. And the next one is perceptual reaction. So perceptual reaction is talk about so whether he want to purchase the product or not. That he will try to gather as much as information and make a decision to buy it. So filtering the information, whatever he has made it, he'll try to filter the information which is suitable to make him a decision. And the next one is processing determinants. So processing determinants is nothing but the purchase motivation. He will try to purchase whether to purchase the product or not, whether the product is suitable or not. Financially, the status of him, he'll analyze it whether he want to go purchase the product as per the information gained, and actual the purchase will happen in this and further stages, and he will try to gather information for the past experience. Output: attention, understanding, attitude, purchasing intention, purchasing behavior, and purchasing decision. He will try to make it with the gathering of information. And the last one is actual purchase. So whatever the information he has gained, whether he has made a decision, whether he has to buy the product, last minute he will think whether to buy or not. There are many cases when we go buy the clothes and all, we'll finalize everything. When they want to pay the amount to the shopkeeper, they feel like I'm not satisfied with the color. So that is happens in the last stage. Actual purchase might happen, or there might be no purchase or delay. Why it has happened? The last minute decision made him to change his prospect. Yes, so this is all about the Harvard Sheet model. Again, this can be asked for 7 marks. Next one is Angel Collard Blackwell model. Angel Blackwell minor model. So again, you can see this is a combination of all the models: need recognition, search, pre-purchase, purchase, consumption, post-purchase. So again, all the models are further summarized in this particular model. See, first stage it talk about need recognition. Obviously, there should be a need, then you can analyze it. Search which particular product which particular need you are searching, and what are the other things. So for that, he will try to gather information either from the social people or from the friends or from the colleagues or from the marketing concept like product price, place, promotion, we gather. Next, pre-purchase evaluation of services. So he will try to gather more and more information. If I purchase this particular product, what are the services are they providing me? Yes. So if he is satisfied with these things with the experienced consumer who has already bought it. Next, purchase actually happens. Once the purchase happen, he will try to see the product which is suitable for him. The action happens. And the next one is post consumption evaluation. So once he has purchased the product based on his budget and quality, what he has want, if he is satisfied, he'll make repeated or long term purchasing, he'll do it. If he's not satisfied, again he'll go back to the new product by giving a proper feedback. So the arrow shown in the model indicates the direction in which the influence is happen, that is problem recognition, information search, alternative evaluation, choice and outcome. So that is almost similar to the first model. So this is all about the three different models we have discussed today. Thank you students. Thank you for watching my video. Have a very good day.